play right out of nowhere,
All right.
and then they'll come back because we not professional, and then so because we got this StreamYard joint, it's already on Facebook, and then we just hit the little button, and then it just motherfucking play. Is this shit live? I think it's live.
With it.
Yeah, this
That's
shit
why
just
I'm
went
mad
live.
with it. With it. With it. That's why I'm mad with it. Straight out the trap with it. Whatever you want, whatever you need, it's on tab, get it. That's why I'm mad with it. That's why I'm mad with it.
That's where I'm at. Okay, you chasing clout? Oh no way, your shit turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the I'ma Get in Trouble podcast with your boy Eddie Liles, Lloyd Lee, and my guy Terrance G.
Yeah.
Lloyd Lee is at work, so as always, fuck him. Like, fuck that guy. Now, today's interview is with a guy named Papi, the bear.
We
What's
take this
up, man?
shit
What's
calling
going on,
another
baby?
dude. Papi.
Papi or Papi? I'm not
Hey,
saying
What's happening here? What's happening?
I can say the word. I can say Papi, but I ain't gonna address him when I say that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I understand, brother. I understand.
Why did you do the name? You gotta explain this, my guy. What made you?
Absolutely.
Why didn't you just use your name?
Well, my government name born as shit. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Ain't nobody booking no comedian named Franklin Smith. Let's keep the bean.
Yes,
You
they
understand?
will, my nigga. Yes, they will.
They just shortened it for
Nah,
something, man.
This nigga was
Nah,
trying
man,
to
but
stay
real
away
shit.
from government, yo. That's that shit is. You got a government
Yeah,
job.
absolutely. I mean, yo, I owe people, bro. So I mean, so I gotta stay
That's
low.
it.
You gotta owe the face, but nah, man, it's some childhood nickname, bro. So
Okay.
you know, that's where it came from, man.
Hold on. Whoa. We're not gonna skip over that. Did you just say your childhood nickname was Papi?
Yeah.
What, you grew up around Spanish people?
nah, man. I had big ass eyes as I still do now, man. As a kid, my shit used to pop out. So my auntie, that's she called me, man, Papi, man. And I'm a big dude, so now I mean, mama called me Bear. So it is what it is.
Hold on. So she was calling you Papi, but was she calling you Papi? Like Popi? And you was just like, nah, I like
she was
it.
she was calling me Papi, Poppi. And then I got older and started messing with the Spanish chicks.
I like that
and they was called
still
Papi.
misspelled Papi. It's
Hey,
P-O-P.
look, it's
Eddie, I know you can't spell, but Mayor, you done fucked up. All right? I'll give you a pass though because you got your little high rule.
We're gonna speed past that. We're gonna speed past that.
Exactly. See, this is what white people do, right?
Right. No, it's like my wife, man. She's
the same shit.
Hey,
So,
man, my wife is a stickler for that.
Oh, my aunt is too, son. That's I hate that shit. Niggas, I wanted to call. I had a podcast where I wanted to call it "fuck grammar," just so nobody could say like,
Pretty
"Oh no,
much.
I did it on purpose." Now what, bitch? Like,
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Right.
Nah. So all right. So how long you been doing comedy, my man?
This year make 4 years, man. Started in 2016. 2017. Right after I had my surgery, man, went through recovery, and I said, "Fuck it." I mean, I'm gonna try. It's always been something that I wanted to get into, that I mean. So I just said, "Fuck it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and try it." Went to a comedy show. My cousin, shout out to Uncle Black. You know, he was doing a comedy show with Howard G, and he was like, "Yo, you should try this shit." You know, and then I got another friend of mine, my man Lucky the comedian. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, me and him used to go back and forth a lot. So he was like, "Yo, you need to try to hit that stage." And it was just first time on stage, man. That shit was like crack, bro. It took off.
So what would you say your style is now that you know what I'm saying, 4 years in? Like everybody, Baltimore, because you're in Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
But y'all have a very distinct style, bro. It's a very, very distinct. It's called I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. Like that's y'all style name.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you think, nigga. Y'all say it with an accent.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I say my style, man, is more so adult comedy, bro. I do a lot of storytelling in my act, man. You know, I tell what I know, man. You know, I like old biddies. You understand what I'm saying? So I talk about them a lot. You feel me? You know, so that's pretty much, you know,
break hips.
Absolutely. I'm looking for that SSI check, baby. You feel me? So
this nigga's trying to break hips. No, nigga, I like them a little bit older, but not old biddies, nigga. That's a long one, nigga.
Man, so look, orthopedic shoes, nigga, almost past the Pampers, baby. I'm with
it. you mentioned Howard G, man. Who is so he's a Baltimore comic for those out there listening who don't know. It's big in the Baltimore scene.
Shout out to Howard.
Yep. Who influenced you prior to that? Who's been additional mentors? Where did you gain your influence from?
Man, my influence is pretty much my whole family, man. Growing up, man, I got a lot of uncles, huge family, guys that just crack jokes all day, every day. You feel me? And it was just them and going back and forth with them and watching how they moved around, you know, when they was with their peoples and how they told jokes and shit like that. That's what made me want to even be into comedy. You know, they got me hooked on the Richard Pryor records, the Red Fox records and stuff like that. Those are the comics that I grew up on, you know, the Def Comedy Jam era.
So you said you grew up on a Richard Pryor. Like, how old are you, man?
I'm 40, bro.
Oh yeah, you probably did grow up on that Richard Pryor shit. You old as shit.
Yeah, I'm an old nigga, man. I'm an old nigga. I'm an old nigga, man.
I ain't that much younger. I just like fucking with people because I do like when newer comics come out. They're like, hey, yeah, Richard Pryor. I'm like, name a Richard Pryor joke that's not on fucking YouTube. Go.
Exactly.
Y'all don't listen to that shit. Like, come on, bro. You heard your father say the shit. Now you're a fucking Richard Pryor fan. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Yep. Like, that's what normally happens.
I was born. I was there when that was going on. You know what I mean? So I grew up around that time where he was, you know, just starting to die down and everything, man. So that was definitely like a big part of my comedy influences.
So going through Baltimore, right? What would you say the toughest part of Baltimore is? Because like a lot of people don't realize how big and small the Baltimore comedy scene is at the same fucking time.
Right.
So what would you say your challenges of Baltimore comedy, maneuvering the Baltimore comedy scene?
Pretty much networking, man. Like I said, I'm an older cat, you know, so I don't intermingle with a lot of the younger dudes. You know, whoever I meet is who I meet when I'm out. You know, I'm usually at work. So when I get to step out and jump out there and do my thing, that's what I do. And, you know, I politic with whoever out there, man. You know, I got a lot of good relationships with cats, you know. So I pretty much whoever I meet, man, I pretty much get a vibe with them, man, and we chop it up from there.
So you still working a day job while doing this as well?
That'd be my question.
Day job, clothing line, all of that, bro.
Okay. Oh, Billionaire Bear?
Absolutely, that'd be to me.
Okay.
I like that shit. Hold up, is that vinyl?
Yeah.
You did, so you doing these yourself?
I do everything myself, bro. Everything myself, start to finish.
So for anybody that don't know, vinyl is hard. Like the vinyl is the shit that I normally wear, like on my shirts. Vinyl hard as shit, and you did a two-tone. So that's why I'm like, I'm literally staring at your shirt.
Yeah,
like, goddamn, my guy.
Yeah, hey, man,
it's actually a three-layer design.
Yeah.
So it took me a minute, you know, to get good with it, man. But once I got good with it, I wanted to jump out there with it.
See, that's that shit that I hate, bro. Is when you gotta start doing the layer shit. Oh my god, I be like, dog, I'm good. Like niggas be like, hey, can you make some shirts for me? Nah, my machine broke.
I stick to my brand and my brand only, bro. I ain't even gonna put that extra on my plate. Cause it get crazy. Like I might do a little something for some family here and there, but outside of that, man, I pretty much stick to my line, bro. Cause this shit is a headache in itself already.
What made you start doing it?
Pretty much, man. Like I said, man, I'm a big dude, man. I'm 6'1", 275. So it's like it go like this. It's either you gonna go in the store and get the plain shit, and when you look like I can't even explain it, bro. Like
yeah, nigga, I'm
you
6'5", 300. Yeah, you can.
understand. So you
Nigga,
understand.
this is why I got mine, son.
Exactly. You understand?
Exactly. Like I said, why am I wearing other nigga shit?
And they do us dirty, bro. They do us
Like a
dirty in the
motherfucker.
stores as big guys, man. So I said I'm gonna create something fly for the big niggas, man, and we're gonna go there. And then once I did that, everybody else just gravitated to it.
That's the worst part about being tall. I mean, because I'm 6'1", only 210, but I'm 6'1". You get those fucking shirts, you wash them once, and them shits just shrink upwards. Like those motherfuckers like go up like 3 to 4 inches, and you're like, my belly button ain't even covered now. What
Nigga,
the fuck just happened?
210 pounds. Shut up. Stay in your weight class, nigga.
Hey,
Right.
Feel good enough to be heavyweight.
Yeah, man,
quick as shit too.
And that's another thing, man. Like it took me a long time to really get in, to really put it out there because I wanted to find quality clothes. Because for big dudes, like certain shit we buy, we might get 3-4 wears out of it, and it's wash, it's trash.
Bye.
Yeah, I mean, so I wanted to make sure, I had something for the fellas that, is durable, shit fly. I mean, you step out and make a statement with it.
So I had a shirt. I just said something to a young lady that was over. I had a shirt that my God, that joint was a red shirt. That joint literally looks pink. I wore that joint 3 times, bro. Like, and I got my logo and everything on the joint, so you don't want to give it up. But I'm like, man,
right.
So look, I wear it on the podcast because I can darken it up for the video.
Right.
But if I wear that joint outside, it's game over, nigga.
Yeah, when we get off the joint, man, I'm gonna send you some websites, man, for some nice.
Oh, definitely
some nice joints.
Send me. I just ordered some new pieces. I just ordered some new pieces to change some things up because I'm starting to work with foil now. The foil shit, that shit with the adhesive underneath,
and then you change. Oh,
nigga, that shit's so vicious.
Yeah,
so I got
almost look like leather,
joints, nigga. Huh?
Yeah, it almost look like leather after you cook it.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah,
that shit good. So I got the IGIT joint. The logo, we got a new little we got a drip pattern, just like kind of like that, but we got a drip pattern on our joint. But I'm gonna do the foil with the sideways with the sideways cuts on different foils. So I got 4 different foil, 4 different foil colors that I'm just cutting across and then laying them down on the slant.
Okay,
bro. I think it's gonna come out. So I think I'm doing I
want to see that.
Yeah, so it's like it's white grade and to black. So it's like white to silver to gray to silver to black. So I want to see how this
brand you using. What brand you using?
Who do I have, bro? I can't. I'm not even going to lie to you. Terrance over there saying like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?" Right?
I know what y'all are talking about. I don't do it like that. So,
do you have one, yo?
No, I have connections that have them, so I'm that adjacent to it. You know what I mean? I know about what y'all are talking, but I'm not fully plugged in the same way.
You ain't fucking with it.
But Wifey and I were talking about
check out Firefly.
Okay. Yeah, because Wifey and I were talking about that doing it anyways, just because same reason. Fucking shirts that you buy at whatever store will shrink weird. They don't fit right, and you got to honestly go out and buy certain types of shirts just to fit comfortably. And then when you want them to say a certain thing, it's like, man, we might as well just throw our own shit together and then see if somebody likes it. If they do, then we can put something out there. But if not, I got no issue just wearing my own shit. I'm cool.
Right.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part. I rarely wear other people's stuff unless it's like when people be like, oh, like, hey, I make shirts. And then you find out they got that shit from Printful. It's like, okay, cool. I don't respect it the same. The hustle ain't the same.
But I love it's way right. That's my. I'm not sponsored by them, but I got into them through my gym stuff. Man. Yeah, I love their mantra. Like the back of this one, it talks about. It's got all kinds of like little sayings, but they come with little cards on them. So 8 Man Strong. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them, but I got a shitload of their stuff. Everything comes with a little card because every little card has a saying. Like I have one that says "Powered by Rage." That's part of how I live my fucking life. The one I have on the back, there's like brutality builds strength. Then this one's like destruction forces growth, and then other things. They've got other ones like being lifted and stuff, and it's excellent messages. So I was like, man, I could definitely do that too. But I do like this brand, and y'all being bigger dudes, they do have y'all size. Then you might check it out if nothing else.
Absolutely, definitely might have to check them out.
Yeah, I'll look into it because that's my style. That's my speed, right? It's like anybody that makes that shit themselves, I want to fuck with.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Same exact way.
Like so, like it's just a different energy. Like when you walk, like when I wear a shirt and people be like, "Hey man, where you get that shirt from?" Like, "Oh, I made it." Just that, even that feeling of saying that shit is just like, woo!
Yeah, bro, I love it, man. I've been in business for about a year. You know, from the time I started to now, I sold a little bit over 1,500 units. 15,000 units, and that's between hats, hoodies, t-shirts, everything.
Hell yeah!
And I did my Black History Month release on the first 3 hours. They sold out, man. So that was crazy. You know, that was a big thing for me. You know, and just creating something that people like.
Yeah,
you know, that's the biggest thing. You know, and
you pressing all these shits.
Everything.
That's crazy, bro.
Everything. I got a system now. At first, I was working myself to death. Like, I start on a Sunday, and I'll start cutting. I'll cut from Sunday to Thursday, then Friday and Saturday, and pressing. Then, the process all over again. Yeah.
And with a day job, man, people really don't understand. Like the day job in and of itself will fucking wear you down.
Bro. So we had a show. We had shows on the festival, and so then I made all the shirts for the festival, and I got a motherfucking literally it was like 150. Nigga, I had too many designs in it. The weeding process of this joint, it took me. I had 150 shirts that I had to do in 1 week, and the weeding alone per was probably about 5 minutes per motherfucking shirt. I was like, bruh, like come on, like the weeding process is always. That's why I'm trying to get in to the for you. I can't tell you exactly what for you. I don't even have the joint next to me. But because this is my
what kind of machine, what kind of cutter you use?
I'm about to change. I got the US cutter. So I use the US. I got the 38 inch. I got the 30. Okay. So I can go. So I can go big boy style. So I can cut a shit ton of joints at one time. But when I bought it, me being stupid, I'm not thinking that I don't need this big motherfucker. Like I was only making it for me.
It works though.
But that's the problem. In my head, I'm like, oh yeah, it does work. But this is the problem. Every time people come over to my house, let me get a shirt. Nah, I don't know. I got the.
Bro, I have them. When people come over, I got them sitting in a box, sitting right there. Look, pick through that. If you can't find nothing else, if you can't find nothing in there, yo, you gotta order something. It's gonna be.
But you selling them joints? I don't even like selling my. I know for most part, I just give niggas shit. I just hey, I was working out a design. I put it on a small shirt. What size are you? You're a medium? Cool. There you go. And then people started asking me to do
out like that. Yeah. I started out like that too, bro. But it came to the point for me, man, where time became money because it got to the point where I'm making 20, 30 shirts a day.
Damn.
Hey, I'm like, nah, I got to make a profit off of this. So then like a couple of people started seeing it, and then more people started asking, man, and then it was like a snowball effect, bro. Like it just went crazy. So I started off with the hats, you know, and from the hats, everybody was like, yo, I need a shirt to go with this. All right, boom. He's like, yo, when you gonna put the hoodies out? Say less. We'll start ordering the hoodies. And it started going
down.
Yeah, it's been a good
So like, and you're a big dude who wears colors. That's so crazy. That's a good thing. Like I don't wear a nigga black.
Yeah. I mean, it's light skin,
red.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's the light
okay.
skin,
I'm making sure. I was making sure that
He just goes for nude colors all day.
All day, bro. I go black, gray, blue every blue moon.
I can't even tell Eddie's wearing a hoodie or not. I don't know. It's just Eddie.
Hey, you see them little sparkles in there. You said so.
That head be shiny as shit.
So this shirt I actually bought the design on the joint, and then I never designed the joint because I like the shirt as is. So
right. I do that sometimes. Like I'll find a shirt, like find some shirts. Like, damn, these shits fit nice. I ain't even fucking with it. I'm gonna leave it just like it is. I'm gonna do the broken diamond on this one. But I just purchased a couple shirts that I'm just like, where I want to go with the joint. And that's the good part of having a joint, because I can create a design for myself. And this is the worst part. Dog, every time you see me with a new shirt, I pressed it that day. Like, because I wanted them to, like, it'd be like, man, I be thinking about it, and I'd be like, ooh, I'm about to go somewhere. I need a shirt. Print that joint out. Right. That print while I'm in the shower. I print while I'm in the shower. That's how it be. That joint, put that joint, had a press running, press that joint, walk out the house, bro. Yeah. It's got to the point for me, man, where I carry an extra joint with me just in case, because I've got people that where I've done a one of one and said, okay, I'm gonna make this just for me. This is my design.
Right.
And somebody will see it like, yo, I want that design. All right, I got one in the trunk here, and give them that. And then so that just birthed a new design. Like this design right here. This was something I made for me for a show. And somebody seen it and boom, they wanted it. So I did a drop for it. They sold out, getting ready for the second round of that.
No, I'm happy for you.
I like it.
Appreciate it, bro.
I'm happy for you, bro. Like that's the shit that comics got to do. Like, cause another reason why I started doing it, because I was selling merch with it. So I got shirts that say, I'm not an asshole, I just don't like you, right? Right. And so I had a joke. I had a joke where it didn't say those words, but it showed you how much an asshole I was. So I would literally wear the shirt on stage while I was doing all my jokes, and when people would come to me after the show and be like, "Hey, man, let me get that shirt." You know what I'm saying? Right. So, but because it was words, I could make a whole record of them drinks. Like I think, look, I think I still got one right next to me. Like because it was just words, I could just do the joint and then walk out with
a Cash App. I'm gonna need one of them. I'm gonna need in a 2X, bro. I need that.
Hey, I got it over there. I got it sitting right there. Like that. But I started using them joints for merch, like, and then I was like, oh shit, like, because you doing a clothing line, like, I just sell that shit with merch, and then when I come up with something new, I just put the joint on the net. But it's like I didn't start like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it really was. I bought this shit. It cost me $700. I bought it $700 and a bundle of shirts, and literally was just rock. Like people was like, "Nigga, are you wearing the same shirt?" I'm like, "No, nigga. The shirt I had on yesterday was gray. This one was black.
Right.
The letters were different. You ain't even recognize. The one I had on yesterday was gray letters. The one I have on today is white letters. The other one is green letters. The other one, nigga, I didn't care. So I commend you, bro.
Man, I try to preach that to a lot of comedians that I come across. Being 4 years in, I've done a lot of my I produced a few shows myself. Like coming out the gate, that was my thing. I wanted to produce my own shows to show people, hey, I can put asses in seats and this is what it's going to be. So I know how to pay myself with that. But when you getting booked and you a young comedian, and what I mean by young comedian, you got 2, 3, 4 years in, you're not getting paid a lot of bread unless you really negotiate. Yep. So if you want it to be lucrative for you, you go out that motherfucker. Hey, all right, I'll take that $75 or that $100. but I'm gonna be funny enough where as though I can get off stage and set up shop and sell my merch.
See, that's so that's
the night.
This is one of the issues that I see with like that's coming around right now because everybody, especially with us older comics, right? We try and we got bills to pay, so it's kind of hard to be like running against these 18-year-olds who don't need to get paid because they either in school or they with their parents or they got some bullshit ass job that they just call out on when they got a show, right? Like we don't have that opportunity. Like a show come up, it's like, nigga, I need some time. Like, when is the show? Next week, bitch. I need a month notice.
Right, I gotta put this vacation time in.
Right, like what you talking about, bro?
But that's why you get that FMLA on that.
It's different fucking around with these 20, even the 21, 22-year-old kids, man. It's different. You know, half of them still in college or couch surfing and shit. And it's like, I gotta go home. I got a wife and a kid I gotta take care of. And I got shit I gotta do to go do that. So it's like I can't sit here and give you this 5 minutes, you know, for $10 when you wanted me to drive an hour just to do it. No, that's not how this shit works.
It's the bitch of it, right? Because in terms, we had this conversation. So, Papi, this is how I operate. I don't recommend it to people. I just tell people how I operate, right? Yeah. I don't charge home. I know a lot of people do. Me personally, I don't charge home. And the reason why I don't charge home is because I'm home. I just give me some gas money. If I'm off, I'm there. You get what I'm saying? I'm not that guy. And because I can throw my own shows. So I feel like because we're older, a lot of people now I won't say necessarily need the money. A lot of people want the money though, because it's like at least pay me for my time because it feels like I'm getting paid for a service. It makes you feel better. But what I don't think people take in consideration is this is an internship, my guy. Like your first couple of years is an internship. When you do an internship, you don't get paid for an internship. You get what I'm saying? Right. You gotta stand out.
You're right, at the same token, though, you get a lot of cats that will try to exploit that, and that's where I say, because I'm with you. If I'm fucking around in my stomping grounds or in my local scene and all that, I got no issues for the most part, especially if I'm cool with you. I'll drop in, do whatever, and give me a drink, give me some food. I don't give a shit. I'll call it a day.
Right.
But I've also been booked on shows where I got bumped off completely, despite who I brought. I've been on shows to where
that's shady promoter.
Huh?
That's shady promoter. We talked about this.
I'm saying, but it's you deal with that, and so I think that also shapes how you interact going forward, so you ensure that shit don't happen again. So it's that weird balance of, I know this is an internship and I don't expect everything to pay, but I also don't want to get fucked over.
Right.
So I think the issue is you got to make sure you deal with the right people, and that's harder. That's easier said than done. That's way easier said than done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because what happens, what I believe is what happens a lot is motherfuckers see people with crowds and they think that person's a good person because because you saw them with a big crowd. That's not how this shit works. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes motherfuckers just know a lot of people. Don't mean any of those people gonna come after you. But this is my kick, right? If you are putting on a show, that means you have fan base that I might not have. My job is to go into your fan base, right? And make sure that they know who I am, so that they also include me as part. Like they include me as part of their lineup of, oh, he's a funny dude. Oh, I like Eddie Liles. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Eddie Liles. What's it like? That's what you got. You got to learn how to build fans, my guy. So you worried about everybody worried about, hey man, they charging this, they charging that, bruh. Me personally, I feel like, and I don't know how anybody else feel. I feel like in the next 10 years. Right? In the next 10 years, I'm not going to need open mic money. I'm not going to need local money. That's how I feel. Now, how anybody else feel is that everybody's in their own motherfucking boat. I'm 9 years. I'm almost 9 years in. You get what I'm saying? It's a little bit. I'm gonna do, and I run my own shows. Nobody can pay me more than I pay myself for shows, bro. Nobody, bro. Nobody, and it's the kick. Nobody has it, and this is not a brag. This is not It's not egotistical. Nobody has consistently done the numbers that I do at all. Consistently. Right. I know people, I've been to shows, you know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers had way more people than I had. But then the next show I go to is 50. So at the end of the day, right, nobody can put on a show like I can put on because everybody runs their shows different. It's not my show's better. Right. I just do it different. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody can pay me more than I can pay myself for my own fucking show. And most of the time, I get that money to other people. You know what I'm saying? Right. So at the end of the day, I don't go out here and I'm not out here trying to get booked to get paid. That's not my objective. My objective is to get more fans. Why? Because as I get more motherfucking fans, then that means I can get paid more as a draw when it's time.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you on that, man. And I definitely go with the aspect. Like I said, for me, I go off of vibes. You know, when it comes to dealing with people. Excuse me. If the vibe ain't right, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna shy away from the situation. You know, but if any of my folks call me like, yo, I need you for a show, but I'm there. You know, it's nothing. It's certain people that can, I don't care what I'm doing. If they call me and they need me, I'm coming through and I'm gonna make sure I shut it down for them.
All facts.
You know,
I'm the exact same way.
The whole thing is, like you said, it's an internship. You got to make an impression. You know, I'm not there to impress the other comedians. I'm there to impress the crowd. You know, and once I'm able to capture that crowd where they, oh, I love this guy. When you gonna bring him back, or where can I see you at? Anytime you see me out, bro, I got business cards. I got everything I need, you know, to try to put it out there. Like, look, hey, you like my head? Check me out on social media. Boom, check me out here. If you want to book me, you know, I'm gonna come through. You know, and I try to look at that from a business aspect. You know, I work in the manufacturing business. Been doing it for 20 years. You know, you already know how that process goes from start to finish. You know, you might start with a package. You understand what I'm saying? The package might be just a package, but once you put all the seasoning, you package it up and send it out. You know what I mean? It's a finished product. You got to make that finished product. And I try not to be that guy that I'm everywhere all the time. Because when people see too much of you, they get saturated. And then there's no, how could you say, mystique or no missing you.
You always leave the audience wanting more. I've gone back and forth with other comics and even a couple of producers. If I'm booked for a certain amount of time, I'll do that fucking time. But I also know what my time is, and I curtail my jokes accordingly, so that way I've peaked just enough, but not completely blew my load to where it's like they're like, oh damn, he's got to get off already. Yeah, I got to go, but there's a next time.
Right. See, right. I think this is where we all disagree at. Hey. This is at home. At
home is different though.
Because this is a Baltimore. No, because that's a Baltimore. And I'm not calling you out, Papi. Like I keep calling the bear.
Bro, you said it. Own it, bro. Own it, bro.
No, I know what you're saying, man. Home is way different, and I'm the same. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate because I'm fortunate in the aspect that I do still have a day job and I do all right. But that's also why whenever I've ran shows, if the door didn't do well, whoever I booked would never fucking know it because that shit came out of my pocket. I'm fortunate to be able to do that. Even when I was running mics and it was Sharp and I running mics, the comics that would come through, especially if I knew they had to drive, hey, man, let me buy you a couple drinks. Let me buy you some food. Let me do this. Because I always want to establish rapport with people and let them know, look, man, I do care about you and this comedy craft.
You still never bought me no food.
Absolutely.
I mean, but we also, didn't get on shows like that, and
well, that shit happens. No, no. So I think this is again. This is I've heard this mentality in the DMV area, from Baltimore to DC to Virginia, right? I don't agree with it. I get it. I understand it. I just don't agree with it. Dog, at home, if you like at home, nobody can miss you. Like, you know why? Because you at home.
Right.
Like, that's
Right.
that's if you think about it, if you really think about that thought process, it doesn't make it to me. It doesn't make sense.
But when you're at home,
Hold on, real quick. If you at home and you have a family at home, right? That's like you being like, hey, you know what? I don't feel like coming home this week because you know y'all got to learn to miss me, nigga. I'm at home. Like, what are you talking about?
No. But at the same time,
home should never miss you, bro. Home should never. Your home base should never miss you, bro. I don't get. I understand the point of. I understand the point of overloading the crowd. I understand the point of if I have a weekly show and people keep coming out, they're going to get tired of hearing the same jokes. And you know what I say to that? Get new people, my nigga. You need more fans.
Wait.
That's
what
are we talking about?
But what I was about to say too is doing it at home. The one thing that you're kind of forced to do, if you at least halfway take this shit serious, you're forced to not necessarily get new people, which you should do, but you got to get new jokes, especially when you're on those weeks. That was the biggest challenge that I embraced, was how to get new jokes for my constant people.
Right.
And that's a task in and of itself, but I fucking love that.
Fan is, bro. But that's, you do understand that a fan is short for fanatic, my guy.
I agree.
Like, your fanatics, the motherfuckers gonna come out either.
But home is relative, man, because the 3 or 4 spots that I might have considered home that I had hardcore fanatics that came repeatedly, that's different. That was maybe 4 venues out of the 54 venues that were at my disposal, my dude. That's what I'm saying.
Because I've run all 3. So I don't stay complacent. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Virginia, I'm in DC, I'm in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's so much so that the Baltimore comics call me DC, the DC comics call me Baltimore, and the fucking Virginia comics be like, he from up north. Like, nigga, like nobody, half these niggas didn't even know how I lived at, bro. Half these niggas didn't know how I lived at, is all I'm saying, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I feel you.
Now, I could, if in agreement, to y'all point just a little bit, right? And I'll say, on my end, this is where I guess the leeway comes in. If it's Baltimore, if you are a Baltimore comic, right? Because a lot of Baltimore comics, not all, don't really leave Baltimore unless they're getting paid. Then Baltimore is home. You get what I'm saying? Right. DC comics don't really leave DC unless they're getting paid. DC is home.
Right.
Virginia comics, so on and so forth.
That's what I'm saying.
But for me, I don't have that. That's not a luck. I run shows I run 150 seater at Baltimore. I run 350 in DC. I run 300 and you know what I'm saying over here. I've run 200 in Virginia. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have that luxury, bro.
Yeah.
So all of that shit is home.
But you also kind of made Bear and I's point that you're a bit different, and that's just some people don't travel like that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's some elite shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's somewhere that a lot of comics aspire to be, you know, and I'm gonna salute you for that, because that ain't no easy situation for nobody. You understand what I'm saying? That's hustler mentality. You feel me? So my whole thing with, I haven't been to DC or Virginia yet to do comedy. Every time I was supposed to go to DC, one of the shows got canceled or postponed or whatever.
That sounds about right.
Been in New York, been in Philly, you know, been down south, but I haven't been all through the DMV yet. So, but I still also have to build those relationships to get there. Again, I'm still young. So it's a lot of people I haven't met. You know, I knew of you when I first started. You was one of the first names that came up, you know, like, yo, you got to meet him, you know, bet. I'm like, bet, you know, and I see you move around. I'm like, all right, well, my chance going to come to get to chop it up with him. When I do, you know, we gonna get to it. You understand what I'm saying? So I see a lot of people, or should I say a lot of comics that I've seen since I've been on the scene, become complacent with having just one set of fans or one set of audience, a set of an audience, and not really wanting to move around.
Right.
Within that, they find one niche and they wring it dry.
Yep.
You know, and that's good to a point, but sometimes you got to step outside of that box. You know, you really got to step out, especially with comedy. You know, me being 40, I got stepkids that's 20 years old, you know, 26, you know, 25 years old. You feel me? And my daughters just turned 20. You know, so I try to stay in tune with them. So it's a lot of material that I might do that I can relate to the younger crowd and your grandmother.
Right.
You feel me? So I try to bring everything in between, and most of the jokes that I do, it works.
But to your point though, Bear, like you seem kind of like me in that aspect, and the same way with Eddie is that I don't force the relationships, and I'll connect with people, but I don't go out of my way to connect with people. I let the shit happen naturally because I'm not going to be. I'm too old. I feel like I got into it older at 26, 27 when cats were 21, 22, still running around doing shit. At that point, I already had a mortgage and car note, and I was full-time military. I had shit to do.
Right.
So I'm not out here to bump elbows with everybody just for the sake of bumping elbows. I'm going to meet people and be like, all right, no, I like this dude. I fuck with this guy. Exactly.
Yeah, like it's a handful of people that I've met that have stuck this entire 4 years. I'm not dropping names, but just to give you a couple. Queen Ray.
Right.
She's somebody. No. Rashawn.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's somebody that from day one, you know what I'm saying? Like she's always like if I look around, if I'm at a show, she there.
Yep.
And the vibe is always great. Woo woo.
You know the vibe.
Ray Diva, another one. Ray Diva, another one. Henry Jones, Larry Lancaster, man. All of those guys, man.
Yep.
You know, Chi Chi the comedian. You know, we soon as met, you know, big vibe, you know, and you know, not to say, you know, my brothers, O'Shea, Lucky, you know, it's just, you know, just to name a few. It's a lot of cats that I've met. You know, it's pretty much not too many people that I've met that I haven't created some type of bond with if I see them on a regular basis.
Yeah, I think for me, it's I don't I'm mean. Sean says I'm mean. I don't think I'm mean. I think I'm a very nice person who tells people they're pissing me off. I think that's what I am. But I try to meet everybody. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Nucleus? What's going on, Shawty? What's happening tonight? I get Larry Lancaster. I got hit Larry. Like, hey, Larry, what's happening tonight? Like, but I try to maneuver through the whole circuit, bro, because that's the only way that you know if the jokes work.
That's the big key.
Right.
Is do your jokes work?
That's the one thing I will say. That's the one thing I will say that like everybody needs to get a little bit more with. It's like getting outside of that little small circle, because not small circle, because I think what we think is
out the comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah, well, because we think like 50 people is a lot of people, right? And it is, but not in the scheme of comedy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as people that you know, if you only know 50 names in comedy, you don't know that many people in comedy. Like, there's over like 500, and you only got that. You only have so much storage space in this shit. Like, there's too many motherfucking people to know doing this game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I would implore you to get down to DC, bro. If I'll send if you rock with you call it Queen Ray, I call it Nucleus. I'll send you. She can put you up with some people that run the DC stuff. And then you know what I'm saying, I'll put like she's doing a lot of the booking stuff for different venues. So
absolutely,
yeah, you gotta get that, because I've seen some of your stuff. I've seen some of your stuff through Passion and things you put on the internet. Dog, you funny as shit. And like you and I hey, real shit. And I can see I can see where you say like you rock with the older crowd. I think you did one joint where I don't even think you was doing a set. You was just talking, and you had these old biddies fucking crying, bro. But you was walking through it as a video. I was like, God damn! Right? Old black ladies don't like me. I talk too much shit. They don't like me. I don't think they feel good. But nah, yeah, like so, like yeah, I want to employ you to get down to DC, bro, and get down to Virginia.
Northern Virginia too, man. They got some good rooms in Northern Virginia, and even going a little bit further south. They've
Waldorf
some stuff. Yep,
the Waldorf area.
I definitely plan on getting down there later this year. Trying to get away from this COVID. I got some health issues that I'm dealing with now. You know, I think I mentioned, you know, that I had a brain surgery, you know, a few years back, and I got to go through that process all over again, you know, in about, you know, in a few weeks. Small thing this go around, but I've been kind of dealing with that, but just keeping busy with the comedy, you know, writing and all of that, you know, and just, you know, dealing with the clothing line and everything, just trying to make sure I got everything in perspective for, so when I do go down, I can practice everything that I need to practice and get up and come out running.
Health comes first, bro.
Yeah, health comes all the way. This COVID shit got everything fucked up, bro.
Everything.
I told you, I just had a show just shut down yesterday. I just found out a show that I'm supposed to have in 2 days is not happening now because of the venue and COVID. Bro. Like, so this COVID shit fucking a whole rack of shit up, dog. Don't get it. So I'm not yet. And you got some other health shit, nigga. Health come first. And my brain with you, my guy. You know
absolutely, brother. Stay safe, man. We will see you on the other side. How about that? We'll see you on the other side.
I ask my wife every couple of days, if I eat ass 5 days a week, can I stay home, bro? Like I be not trying to go outside, bro. Like I be not trying to go the fuck outside.
Where can the people find you, my dude? And where can they find your clothing line?
Oh man, so you can find me. I am Papi the Bear. My name right up there on the screen. Add the I am in front of it. At Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. You can find a clothing line on Facebook and Instagram at billionairebearapparel.com. And I'm gonna do this. This is just for the show. You know, I'm putting out a promo code. I think I told y'all that I'll put out some Black History Month hoodies. I want to do this for the people while we on the show. Everybody that's listening tonight, if you catch the live, man, promo code BHM21, you know, 10% off your first purchase, man. Holla at me, you know, and I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It was definitely an honor, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, definitely, bro. You said BHM?
Yep.
Yeah, BHM21.
Black History Month, bro. Come on.
BHM21.
I'm on.
I just with it. That's why I'm mad with it. With it. That's why I'm mad with it. Straight out the trap with it.